409. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and we're here live in Southwest Florida at the beach. This is the gorgeous Gulf of Mexico behind me. If you are joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you're crafting this morning. Let me know if you have questions for me, and always feel welcome to say hello. Not only would I love to say good morning to you as well, but I know everyone else in our awesome community here loves to say hello to everybody else as well. Good morning, Grace. Hi, Melanie. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Is it Wednesday? Is it hump day? Or is it Tuesday? I don't know. I'm gonna need some help. I see a camel emoji. Okay, happy hump day. It's Wednesday. Yay! Hi, Joe and Thea and Shelbell. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Leona and G, Lily. Good morning. Hi, Judy. Ooh, mermaid and camel. You're speaking my language. Hi, Gay. Hi, Beatrice. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Linda. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Good morning. So glad you could take time out of your busy life to join me for a few minutes. Hi, Melissa and Val, Melanie, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. Hope you had a good night. Hopefully you slept well. Hi, Anna. Good morning. I made a lot of progress on my Tunisian cardigan yesterday. I finished one sleeve and I'm working on the second one. I'll be showing you that this morning. I'm going to do a quick little demo and a backstory inspiration for the double zip pouch, and then I'm going to do a little styling tutorial for the Apollonia Wrap that I'm wearing. So if any of that interests you, I hope you can stick around to watch the show. I'll probably show you a little bit of the beach as well. I did a little photo shoot before we started this morning. Hi, Donna. For the Apollonia Wrap, just to get some fresh photos for social media and stuff. And I took photos in front of the cypress tree, and one of the branches hanging low enough that the cypress branch frames the top of the photo. I don't know if you saw it in the thumbnail this morning, and I haven't had a chance to really edit the photos that well, but I'll show you which tree I'm talking about. This big beauty right here, one of the branches was low enough that I think it framed the photo so that there's these little wispies in the photo. I hope it worked out that way. If not, I guess we'll have to do another photo shoot another day. Could you see it already, Lisa? Oh, yay. Okay, like I said, I haven't done any processing or editing of the photos for, posting them online and stuff. I just quickly uploaded the one for the thumbnail this morning, but hopefully some of those photos turned out. Good morning, Judy, and thank you for posting a link to the Apollonia Wrap. If you have not made this project yet, I highly recommend it. It is so fun. It is definitely a meatier project. It would be something that you'd want to use a little more focus on. I'm not going to tell you that it's a super duper easy beginner project, but you know what? We all need balance in our lives, right? And for every super easy Zen project that we have, it's fun to have a meatier project to go back to as well. I find that having something a little more challenging on deck at times is the exact kind of a project to really clear your mind of other things that you want to lose focus on, right? So like for me, when I need to be distracted from something that's stressful in my life, I sit down and play the piano and try to even sing, even though I'm a horrible singer. It's doing the harmony with my left hand, the melody with my right hand, and often singing in a different melody as well, because it depends on the song. I find that having to focus on all that at once really clears my mind of the things that I need to lose focus on. Well, the same is true when I'm designing. If I'm designing with a lot of math, that's also good for distraction. But as a crafter and a hobbyist, I feel like when you have to concentrate a little harder on a project, sometimes that can be a Zen experience as well. When I say Zen, sometimes it's not just for relaxation, sometimes it's for changing your focus. There's a lot of great advice out there talking about how when you're stressed out about something, that sometimes it's just changing your focus. Just getting a distraction sometimes is all the refresher you need to come back at something with a better perspective. So for that reason, sometimes it's great to have little more intermediate projects on deck as well, and this would be one of them. This one combines working in the round for motifs, tapestry color work, and post stitch like relief crochet. So it's a combination of a couple of techniques. And I'm going to explain that to you first and then talk about the variations. So I did these big beautiful motifs in 5 different colors and switched the sequence of the colors in each of the motifs just to make it look even that much more like tapestry or mosaic tile work. I really wanted it to be quite busy within the 5 colors. So that's why each motif is a different sequence of the colors. Not to say that you couldn't do this all in one color or doing the 5 colors but all in the same, a different sequence. Actually, I think the project ends up being 6 colors because I did use an extra color for the joining, and I thought to really tie in with the inspiration of mosaic tile work, this would be the grout. So I used a darker stone color or a more neutral stone color to join everything together to give it more of that tile look, because if you were taking really bright colorful tiles and actually tiling them, you would have a grout in between them. So I thought that was fun. Now, as far as modifications, you could do this all in one color, and keep in mind that that texture of the post stitches would still really pop and still be really graphic even in one color. If you want to see an example of that type of texture on a solid fabric, take a look at the mandala crochet motif bag pattern I did in cobalt. If you look at that bag, it's a similar type of a motif design with the post stitches creating the mandala starburst, but it's done in one color. So if you can see what that looks like in one color, you can kind of get an idea of what this would look like in one color. And I gotta say, I think it would be outrageously beautiful as well. Not that the centers of some of the motifs look puffy. They might just need a little more blocking. I haven't washed this in a while, but you could definitely use a steam iron to try to block it out a little bit. Where was I? Then I also thought it might be fun to show you some different styling things that you can do with a rectangular wrap. It's a little chilly here this morning, which is why I wanted to wear something a little cozy as well. But I'll show you the wrap first. Here is the wrap. And I'm just wearing it over a bodysuit and jeans, but you're not really seeing the bodysuit because I'm using the wrap as more of a top this morning. So first off, the easiest way to style it would be just wearing it over your shoulders. So if you just wanted to wear it as a wrap, you could absolutely do that. It's a very large, generous size. Don't remember the dimensions off the top of my head, but if you go to the pattern page, you can get all of that information, and Judy's already posted a link. We'll put the links in the video description when this is a recorded video as well. So I'm using one of my little butterfly clips, and you can see how well that closes it. It has definitely more of a poncho or cardigan vibe this way. And because it's a decent size, it covers a lot in the back too, even though it's still just a rectangular wrap. This is how I was intending to wear it today, but I also brought a stretchy belt to remind you that you can actually make this with a little bit of an optical illusion. You can actually make this look more like a cardigan or a vest as well. So you could do this with a stretchy belt or with a non-stretchy belt. And I actually grabbed the wrong stretchy belt. This one is a little too big. I would prefer it to be a little bit tighter for this because we're trying to keep something in place. But it's okay. You'll get the gist of it. So I had the wrap around my neck, facing down, and what I'm trying to do is smooth these end pieces out to come to the center in the back too. In fact, we could probably clip it there. Now this is going to be hard to do evenly without a mirror, but I think you'll still get a gist for what I'm doing even if I don't do it perfectly. Whoops! So I'm going to try clipping these two together back there. I'm experimenting. This may work, it may not, and we're doing it live, so oh well. We'll find out in a second. You may not need to clip them back there either. I'm just kind of curious to see what this will do. Okay, so now once you have it belted and you have the sides smoothed all the way from front to back, you want to lift your arms up. You want to make sure you have enough room for your arms. So this is when I'll lift my arms up just a little bit to give myself some space. And you can see it looks way more like a vest now, doesn't it? Isn't that great? Even the back. Now I did clip it to see if that helped. I don't think it's necessary, and I think it's making me lose a little movement. There we go. I think that you would have a little more control with a tighter belt. This belt doesn't fit me very well, so whether you did a belt with loops or something that fits you better, look at how loose this is. It's, whoops, it's just not the right belt. But I know that you can still get the gist of what I'm doing here. So it's not just, so you're sliding these pieces around, you're lifting up your shoulders to get some more room, so you have room to move your arms. See how I'm giving myself some arm movement? And then just zhuzhing it around, you know? You just want to zhuzh it around until you feel like you've got the right kind of movement, the right kind of coverage, and still have a butterfly clip. I could even pin it up here if I wanted to. I mean, gosh, at a glance, that looks like a cardigan or a vest now, doesn't it? Isn't that amazing? This is just a rectangle. It's just a rectangle. But it looks way more fitted and way more like a three-dimensional garment just by adding that belt and zhuzhing it a little bit and just getting it to, you know, manipulating the drape of the fabric a little bit. Isn't that exciting? I love doing stuff like that. Now, having said all that, and I'm dressed underneath for coverage, right? This is, but if you were wearing this over your jacket, you could totally have the most gorgeous, the most colorful, and the most voluminous scarf. Look at that. If you wanted to wear this over a long sleeve shirt or a jacket, a jean jacket in the spring or fall, a winter jacket in the winter time, I mean, gosh, great, great, great scarf. And then if you wanted to go even further, you could use a clip of some kind and make it into a draped cowl. You could pin that one there. You could even tuck this one up as well if you wanted to, or leave this one down. Kind of like all of that volume and all of the edging being tiered. But it's another great look. Look at that. It doesn't even look like the same piece anymore. It looks like it would be a completely different construction. And I gotta tell you, this feels like luxury wrapped around my neck. Oh my gosh. It feels so soft and warm and cozy. I think it was 50 when I got up this morning, which obviously isn't the right temperature for a tank top. And that's why I decided to wear this as, you know, more of a cover-up. So I'm wearing it kind of poncho-like. Now you could also really go poncho style and turn it to the side here and clip it like that so that you've got one arm. Let me make sure I have this. Hold on. Again, this would be easier to do in front of a mirror, but I'm going to pin it where I think it would go nice on my shoulder. Let's see. Am I close to even? Close to even. All right. All right, so now I have it clipped in the front, but I'm going to turn it to the side and check it out. Okay, so, and you might want to zhuzh that as well to see how much shoulder coverage you want. I'm going to pull it up just a little bit, give myself a little more shoulder coverage and see how that looks. There we go. And we've got a poncho. Look at that. We've got an asymmetrical poncho. So you could leave your one arm out. You could take a second clip and close these up, so it would just be like a cold shoulder. I did not do this evenly at all, did I? All right, let me try it one more time, because I really would like to give you a better idea of how this would work. All right, let's try it one more time. So we've got, does that look about even? Yeah, that looks about even. Let's try this again. Again, way easier to do this in front of a mirror, in front of a table or a bed or something where you can lay it out and and measure those. Oh, that's closer. That's much closer. So honestly, just one clip, I think that's absolutely gorgeous. But you could do a second clip here and close up that side and just have your arm hanging out like that. That would be really pretty too. Or you could even, if you wanted to, you could sew that all up as well. But honestly, so many ways to wear a rectangle when it has when it's a yarn that has a lot of great drape. It does look great like that too. Honestly, there's just so many ways you can wear a rectangle. We've talked about this in all kinds of projects. We've talked about this with the Mary Jane shawl in Be So Caring book. We've talked about this in tons of rectangular shawls and cardi vests over the years. Does anybody have any questions or want more information about any of those styles that I showed you? I think I went through it a little bit quickly, but if you need me to slow down or redo any of it, let me know. Otherwise, we'll move on to other exciting things. I'm going to try to get it the way I had it earlier. Good afternoon in the UK. There we go. I think that's how I started. Yes, this is Be So Baby yarn. I believe I did it in colors silver lavender, turquoise, splash, aquamarine, orchid, indigo, and stone. But all of that information is listed on the website, including what yardage you would need to do it all in one color and how much yardage you would need to do it in each of those specific colors. All right, but I'll wait another minute to make sure there aren't any questions about anything we've talked about so far, and then I will move on to other exciting things I wanted to talk about today. I did that unevenly again. All right, get that, and then I'll move it up. I thought this was going to be easier than it's been. Okay, is that halfway? There, that's halfway. You wouldn't think this would be so difficult to do without a mirror, but it is. Okay, there. I think that's closer to even. All right. All right, I don't think I missed any questions. I apologize if I did. Okay, so I was going to show you some progress. Hi, Anne. Thanks for joining live. I was going to show you some progress on my Tunisian cardigan because I've been working very hard at sleeves. But before I do, I wanted to show you how incredibly awesome the double zip pouch is for being a bag organizer. And the reason why this pouch is so exciting to me is because it reminds me of something that I truly believe in outside of the craft world, and that is a bag organizer for your purses. I don't know if any of you have ever done, I don't know if any of you have ever changed bags often or used bag organizers before, but I find them to be so incredibly awesome for organizing your own purse, but then if you're switching bags, to pull it out and put it in the other bag so you don't lose anything that's your daily essentials. Well, even within project bags for knitting and crochet, it's also really important to have something to organize your stuff, because especially with a project like this, I'm using 5 colors of yarn. That can get to become a really hot mess if you just put all of those balls in the bag. Even if you're careful with it, they can become quite a hot mess. So I thought it was really exciting to come up with, yes, Vera, it does tell you where to change the colors. So I thought it was really exciting to come up with a bag organizer for your project bags, and that's why we have the double zip mesh pouch. So look where I'm keeping my extra colors. So I have the color that I'm working with attached to my project right now, right? So I'm using the 5th color, which is navy, and this project uses silver lavender, prince, periwinkle, indigo, and navy. So it uses 5 different colors, and I like to keep the color I'm working with out, right? Because it's attached to the project at the time, but all those other colors, when you're not using them, isn't it great to have a place for them? Yes, this is a very big pouch, Sandshell. It's 13.5 inches wide by 10 inches tall for the big pouch, and it zips, so you have so you have a zipper at the top there. But then there's a front pouch as well that's a little bit shorter, so it's still 13.5 inches wide, but it's 8 inches deep instead. Now I put a Create, Share, Inspire notebook in there just to show you that if you printed out a pattern, you could fold it in half and absolutely fit it in there instead. Or you could keep a notebook of any kind, or you could keep your Create, Share, Inspire notebook in there. So in my front pouch, I have a Create, Share, Inspire notebook, which is 7 by 10, and this pouch is 13 by 8, so you can get an idea of how much you could fit in there. And I have the extra crochet hook because I'm doing the trim in regular crochet and the body of the cardigan in Tunisian crochet, and I'm working with the Tunisian hook right now, so I want this to be separate. Now when I swap out, I could put my Tunisian hook in here and keep my regular hook out, because if you probably already are aware, if you had loose balls in your bag and loose hooks and tools in your bag, you know they're getting tangled in there. It just happens. So I have a pen, I have my extra crochet hook, I have a pair of scissors for when I'm changing color. Could keep a tapestry needle in here too. I don't right now, and I should, and I probably will. But so the front smaller pouch has all of these items in it. And the back pouch has all of my extra colors of yarn. Look how neat they are in there. They're not going to get tangled back here. They're not even going to wiggle back there. Like, they are secure and going to stay completely intact like this. And all my extra tools are easy to find as well. I'm not going to be digging into the bottom of my bag. And if I'm in a rush, I don't know about you, but if I'm in a rush, I'm going to go, and I'm going to rush, and I'm probably going to make a bigger mess with the balls looking for the other tools, knowing, oh, I'll just untangle them later. Why? Why? I already like bag organizers. I already believe in them for purses. Why not have a bag organizer for your project bags? This, I feel so put together right now. I actually feel really proud of myself too. You know when you ever get like super organized where you just feel like you have a little more control in your life? I feel like I have a little more control of my project. I feel like I have a little more control in my life. There's just something very peaceful of especially a project like this has a lot of moving parts, right? You're talking 5 colors of yarn, you're talking about multiple types of hooks. There's a lot of reasons why this could become a real hot mess in your bag. Not anymore. Not anymore. This is a great project bag. You could use it for so many other things. If you were traveling, if you wanted to keep things separated, even in a purse or a tote bag or a business bag, there are lots of other things that you could keep in a bag like this. But for today, I'm showing you how awesome it is for the project that I'm working on right now to organize my craft bag. And they're not very expensive, so you could get several of them if you wanted to organize all of your different project bags. You could also get them for organizing any of your travel bags or work bags. Yeah, you could get you could get several of them. The beach does look lovely today. Yes, this bag is in my shop as well. This is an organic tote bag with my artwork on it. This one says, I was told I could bring my yarn, and there's other fun yarny quotes on other prints that I've designed in the shop as well. You can find those on my website too. And this is quite a bit bigger, so I also thought it was important to show you that even though 13 by 10 sounds rather large, it fits inside here very nicely and flat in the bag, so that even my super large cardigan can still fit in there well too. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that great? Yeah, I did all the artwork for all the fabrics for these bags and designed the quotes and stuff. Yes, those are all my design as well. So this tote bag, if you wanted to, for even more security, you can pull the drawstring, and you don't have to either, and it's dual, so you have the shoulder strap and the drawstring, which means you could partially pull the drawstring just to get a taper, which helps things stay in place as well. Or if you had a smaller project in here, you could totally just close the whole thing up to put, say if you wanted to put several projects in a larger tote bag as well. But if you wanted to use this as a tote bag, also very easy to do that. They make great grocery bags as well, or book bags. Anyway, so I wanted to show you all that and explain the inspiration behind it, my love of bag organizers. God, I love it. I'm so happy to have mine. I hope you will enjoy them as well. And now, pièce de résistance, who's ready to see my progress on the Tunisian cardigan? This is going to be hard because I have my stitches like live, have half a row done on the sleeve on this side, but I can show you the sleeve on the other side, I think. So it's still flat, it needs to be sewn together, but we have a sleeve! Isn't that great? And don't you love how I continued the darker color instead of continuing going stripey stripey? I think it's going to look a little more sophisticated this way. Not that I don't like stripes, but I feel like having stripes as just a focal point within the design and not an all over design, I think is going to be a little sophisticated. I'm very excited about this. I worked very, very late last night. Shouldn't have. Yes, Sherry, I saw your question. I don't know. I can't recall what color I used for a demo inside a pattern off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I saw your question. You did ask it yesterday on a comment on the video, and the way you asked it sounded like you were asking what color the actual shawl was. I usually say what color I use for the demos on there, and if I didn't, I apologize, and I guess I can go back and watch it later today and find out for you. If anybody else recalls, I'd appreciate your help as well, but I don't know off the top of my head. Sorry. All right, so does anybody have any questions about the Tunisian cardigan? Does anybody have any questions about the Apollonia Wrap or the bag organizers or anything else we talked about today? And as always, if I don't have the answer to a question, I will always tell you I don't know. One of my biggest pet peeves is when people try to make stuff up on the fly, and that's not my style, so I'm sorry I can't always answer questions live, but sometimes questions are just not based on the information in my head. Sometimes they're about things outside of my memory capacity, and when they are, I absolutely am not afraid to tell you I don't know. But we'll get to the bottom of the question that I didn't have the answer to. I'm sure it's a quick fix. What kind of purse organizers do I usually use? They are in my Amazon shop, I believe. I believe there's one set in the knit and crochet folder. I have a small, medium, and large in a leopard print there that I like. Yes, there are a lot of different stitches in this wrap. Yes, this is more of an intermediate project. This is not a beginner project, but that's okay. There's a time and a place for everything, and it's fun to have a mix of easy, beginner, advanced beginner, and intermediate projects. And for those of you so inclined, advanced projects too. I would call this an intermediate project, which is one of the few. As you know, I try to focus on keeping my patterns between around advanced beginner. I lean between beginner and advanced beginner. But this one is just a little bit more. This is the Apollonia Wrap. There have been some links posted in the live chat here, and we will put links in the video description after the show today. But if you want to go to my website and search under crochet patterns, you could search by number 3 DK weight yarn patterns under crochet. You could search under shawl patterns under crochet patterns, or you could just look, they're alphabetical as well in the default sorting under crochet patterns, and then you could find the Apollonia Wrap starting with an A. There we go. Judy just posted another link to it, so if you want to take a look, there's a fresh link for the Apollonia Wrap. Thanks, Judy. I know it's so convenient for people when they ask for links for you to be able to provide them. Unfortunately, I can't when I'm at the beach. Yes, the water is very calm today. Can you still hear the waves though? They're quiet, but they're still there. I'm like, yeah, if you stop talking. Thanks, Sabrina. Oh, Lisa said she can hear the waves. Good. So even when I talk, you can still hear them? That would be what I hope. Good. So me talking isn't distracting the waves. That's good to know. I would feel bad if that was the case. Okay, good. Okay, well, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise, the beach, the sound of the waves, all my little demos and show and tells this morning. I hope you enjoyed chatting with me and everyone else. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.